In pain after she caught that fingertip in the eye or right around it from Carrington with no whistle.
Hey WNBA fans, get ready for some explosive drama that's shaking the basketball world. We're diving deep into the saga that's got everyone buzzing. DiJonai Carrington, the player notorious for that eye-poking incident with Caitlin Clark, has been traded from the Dallas Wings to the Minnesota Lynx. Some are shouting instant karma. Others say it's just the business of basketball. But one thing's clear, this move has set social media on fire. So let's unpack what went down, why it's such a big deal, and what it means for Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's brightest star. Grab a snack, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right in. Let's set the stage by rewinding to September 2024. Game 1 of the WNBA playoffs. The Indiana Fever, powered by rookie phenom Caitlin Clark, squared off against the Connecticut Sun, where DiJonai Carrington was a key player. Barely 2 minutes into the game, Clark was dishing a pass to Aaliyah Boston when, wham! Carrington's hand swiped across her face, her long nails catching Clark right in the eye. Slow-motion replays showed the contact clearly, leaving Clark with a visible black eye that had fans gasping. No foul was called, and Clark, tough as nails, played through the pain. But her performance suffered.
Clark trying to get around Mabry. Clark to the rim, reverses it home through the contact.
4 for 17 from the field, 2 for 13 from 3, ending with just 11 points in a lopsided 93-69 loss. Social media exploded, with fans accusing Carrington of a dirty play and demanding accountability. Clark, ever the professional, tried to defuse the situation. Post-game, she told reporters, "It wasn't intentional by any means. I don't think it affected me, honestly. I just didn't shoot well." Carrington backed her up, saying, "I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't make sense. I was trying to make a play on the ball." But the court of public opinion wasn't so forgiving. A new camera angle surfaced days later, showing Carrington's hand bending in what some called an unnatural way, sparking theories it was no accident. Ex-posts went wild. At Weir Locker Room demanded a WNBA investigation, while at Whitlock Jason called for Carrington's suspension, tweeting, "She stabbed Caitlin Clark in the eye with a fingernail." The hashtag number sign Protect Caitlin Clark started trending, and the drama was just getting started. This wasn't the first time Carrington and Clark had clashed. Back in June 2024, Carrington fouled Clark hard during a game and appeared to mock her for flopping, rolling her eyes on the court. Later, she took to X, calling Fever fans the nastiest in the W and criticizing Clark for not doing enough to shut down fans using her name to push racist or misogynistic narratives. This painted Carrington as public enemy number 1 for Clark's legion of supporters, who already felt their star was being unfairly targeted in the league. The eye poke incident poured gasoline on that fire. Then, in October 2024, Carrington and her girlfriend, Nalissa Smith, Clark's teammate on the Fever, went on Instagram Live, seemingly poking fun at the incident. Smith playfully jabbed at Carrington's eye, and they laughed, with Carrington quipping, "Did you do it on purpose?" Many saw this as a direct jab at USA Today's Christine Brennan, who grilled Carrington about intent. Fans called it classless, and the backlash intensified, with ex-users like at Caitlin Fan4Life labeling it disrespectful to Clark and the game. Now, fast forward to August 2025, and here's where the instant karma angle kicks into high gear. On August 4th, the Dallas Wings, who'd picked up Carrington in a blockbuster 10-team trade during the offseason, sent her packing to the Minnesota Lynx. The Wings, struggling at 8-21, traded Carrington, the 2024 WNBA Most Improved Player and an all-defensive first-team selection, for Diamond Miller, Carly Samuelson, and a 2027 second-round pick. This marked Carrington's second trade in 6 months, after 4 seasons with the Connecticut Sun. The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. Just one day after a 10-point loss to Clark's Fever, where Carrington managed only 4 points in 16 minutes. Social media erupted with posts like at Coach Oxwalker's screaming, "Instant karma hits Caitlin Clark's eye poker." Some fans even called it a firing, though it was technically a trade. So is this really karma or just the WNBA's wheel of transactions? Let's break it down. The Wings are in full rebuild mode, building around their new cornerstone, Paige Buckers, the 2025 first overall draft pick. Trading Carrington, their third leading scorer at 10.4 points per game, for a young prospect like Miller, a former number 1. Second overall pick fits their long-term strategy. The Lynx, sitting pretty at 24-5 and eyeing a championship, saw Carrington as a defensive dynamo to pair with stars like Nafisa Collier, who's currently nursing an ankle injury. From a basketball perspective, it's a logical move. But the timing, right after a loss to the Fever, and Carrington's history with Clark made it feel like the universe was serving up some poetic justice. Let's zoom in on the Protect Caitlin Clark movement. Clark's rookie season has been nothing short of historic. She's smashed records, packed arenas, and brought millions of new fans to the WNBA. But she's also faced relentless physicality. Some say outright targeting. The eye poke wasn't a one-off. In June 2024, Chennedy Carter body-checked Clark to the floor, and Angel Reese's flagrant fouls sparked similar outrage. Fans and analysts like at Tiffmood Nukes on X have called out what they see as unsportsmanlike conduct, demanding the WNBA step up to protect its biggest draw. Barstool's Dave Portnoy even questioned the league's stance on long nails, pointing to Carrington's as a potential hazard. The sentiment is loud and clear. Clark, as the face of the WNBA's new era, needs better protection from referees and league officials to stay safe and keep shining. But there's another side to this story. Carrington's defenders argue she's been unfairly villainized. She's a tenacious competitor, averaging a career-high 5.1 rebounds and 1.1 steals this season, and her physical style is just part of the WNBA's gritty nature. In a May 2025 X post, she fired back at the Dirty Player label, writing, "Y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I just play hard ASF and never give up on a play." Her supporters point out that the WNBA is a physical league, and singling out Carrington ignores similar incidents across sports, like Nikola Jokic getting scratched in the NBA. They also highlight the ugly racial undertones in some of the criticism. Carrington herself called out the hate on X, revealing she's received emails with racial slurs and death threats. It's a stark reminder that this drama isn't just about basketball, it's tangled in cultural and social complexities. Speaking of complexities, the Carrington Clark saga has exposed deeper tensions in the WNBA. Some critics, like Outkick's Bobby Burak, have framed Clark's treatment as part of a race war in the league, accusing the WNBA of downplaying her popularity to avoid centering a white star in a majority black league. Carrington's own actions, like wearing a FR Donald Trump Tour shirt in a January 2025 post, have further polarized fans, drawing backlash from conservative corners of the internet. Whether you see her as a villain or a scapegoat, Carrington's caught in a cultural firestorm that's bigger than any single play. What's next for the key players? For Carrington, the move to Minnesota is a golden opportunity. The Lynx are championship contenders, and her defensive tenacity could make her a fan favorite alongside Collier. For Clark, who's been sidelined with a groin injury, the focus is on healing and leading the Fever back to playoff contention. The WNBA, meanwhile, faces growing pressure to address player safety, especially for marquee names like Clark. Fans on Reddit and X are pushing for rule changes, like mandatory nail checks, inspired by sports like water polo, or stricter penalties for flagrant fouls. The league's response could shape its future, especially as it navigates its newfound spotlight. This saga also underscores the WNBA's evolution. Clark's arrival has brought unprecedented attention, but it's come with challenges: racial tensions, media scrutiny, and fan tribalism. The Carrington Clark drama, from the eye poke to the trade, encapsulates that shift. Some see it as karma for a questionable play. Others see it as a talented player caught in a media whirlwind. Either way, it's proof the WNBA is no longer flying under the radar. It's a cultural juggernaut. One final note: the fired narrative is misleading. Carrington was traded, not cut, a standard move in pro sports. Headlines screaming "instant karma" as eye poker DiJonai Carrington fired are pure clickbait, designed to fan the flames. But the trade's timing and context make it easy to see why fans ran with the karma angle. It's sports drama at its finest, blending athletic competition with soap opera twists. So, where do you stand? Is Carrington's trade karma for the eye poke, or just a savvy basketball move? Should the WNBA do more to protect Caitlin Clark? Drop your hot takes in the comments, and let's keep the conversation rolling. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more WNBA tea. Until next time, stay locked in, and let's keep hyping women's hoops.